Let us continue reading the reconveyance case. Partial ra to ang reading yesterday. Taas kayo. And nabtan ako sa kong duka, no? Katugon ako. Okay, let's continue. However, the Court of Appeals ruled that the certificates of title of Jose Ernesto and Isabel were valid as they were innocent buyers in good faith. So, kani siya, mo ni ang reason nga nung naabot sila sa Supreme Court ng kaso. Because before the Court of Appeals, na ay ruling na ang certificates of title ni Jose Ernesto and Isabel valid daw, no? Due to the reasoning nga innocent buyers in good faith daw sila. The spouses, the petitioners, spouses Aboitiz, filed their petition for review. They argue that the decision of the Regional Trial Court granting the complaint of the spouses po is void for lack of jurisdiction over the matter. They claim that a branch of the Regional Trial Court has no jurisdiction to nullify a final and executory decision of a co-equal branch. It is the Court of Appeals that has this jurisdiction. Kay before ani nga kaso, before the Regional Trial Court, na ay laing kaso dito sa lain nga Regional Trial Court nga nahimo ng final and executory. Punto nila nga mura og giri-open, giri-litigate ang katong kasuha sa ani nga case, no? But na explanation ana. Atong basahon lang ang kaning decision kay mas nindot nimo explain kaysa nako. They likewise assert that the spouse's cause of action has prescribed and allegedly accrued when the deed of absolute sale between the spouses Po and Seriaco was executed. They maintain that more than 10 years had elapsed, 10 years na daw nilabay, when the complaint was filed, thus barring the action through prescription. Spouses Aboitiz further insist that estoppel and laches have already set in. They claim that they have been in open, public, continuous, uninterrupted, peaceful, and adverse possession in the concept of owners over the property for 46 years without the spouses po acting on the deed of absolute sale. So, pero tinadawang dugaya, 46 katuig. Kani siyang open, public, kani siya common, siya nga description, no? Describing the type of possession, control, occupation over a certain parcel of land. Kaya dili man siya mo ripen into ownership kung possessor ka sa parcel of land, but in the concept of a tenant or in the concept of a squatter, hindi man na siya. Kailangan na siya open, public. Di po siya pwede, no, nga gapuyo ka diha, in possession ka, pero nakasa ilalom sa yuta, di ka makitaan, dili publicly known, no? Wa ka mailhi ba? Or wala jud ka di gapuyo, pero ikaw lega possess anang yuta ay kay gatanom, pero way nakakita, no? So it must be open, public, kumbaga notoriously known ba, na notoriety, continuous, uninterrupted, peaceful, and adverse possession. Kani siya ang adverse, important, no? Yeah, ang kanig yung character niya dapat in the concept of an owner. They attest that the development of the subdivision, sikat ni nga subdivision diri sa Amoa sa Cebu, was covered by utmost publicity. So there was the element of notoriety, but the spouses po did not immediately question the development or interpose any objection during the registration proceedings. Dito sa judicial titling na proceedings, no? They posit that the deed of absolute sale between Seriaco and the spouses po is clearly fake and fraudulent, as evidenced by certifications of its non-existence in the notarial books and the spouses po's failure to enforce their rights over the property until 18 years later. Kana mong wala mo exist sa notarial book, usahay di po na sa signatory, no, sa parties, basin ang ang notary public wa makasubmit, wa tagasultihan nga mo nay nahitabo dire. Pero syempre nindot ko makit-an jud ang ginotaryuhan didto sa notarial book or makitaan dito sa archives kung karaan na jud. Pero naman jud times nga dili, no? So, kana lang, no? Luoy pod ang kapanotaryo. Nibayad ang kapanotaryo, tapos ang notary public wa di gisubmit ang katong dokumento nga gi notaryuhan. Ang purpose mo ng notarization, it is to convert private document into a public document. Ang iyang purpose na in kaso nga naikaso, no, gamiton sa kasong papel, there is a presumption of its genuineness and due execution. Di nakakayo mo kailangan mag-prove na nakasabot ba siya siyang gipirmahan and gitutukan ba siya og pusil or wa siya tutukig pusil sa panahon nga ni pirma siya, no? Naabay duress or coercion, no? So naay reason nga nung importante manotaryuhan ang dokumento. Luoy lang kung properly notarized doon ta na in the presence of the notary public ni pirma tanan pagkahuman wala ra day masubmit sa notarial report katong dokumento or wala ma-enter dito sa libro sa notary public. So ato po ng obligasyon being notary public to enter accordingly the documents that we have notarized into the notarial book and make sure nga masubmit dito sa notarial report nimo. Lastly, they contend that the Mariano heirs should have been impleaded in the action as they are indispensable parties. Naman tayo gitawag nga indispensable parties, necessary parties, sa lain na nga diskusyon. Spouses po filed a complaint or a comment where they argued that the regional trial court had jurisdiction when it granted their complaint because the case filed by the spouses Aboitiz was for the registration of the land, while the case they filed was for reconveyance. They insisted that their action had not yet prescribed because an action for reconveyance prescribes in 10 years from the date of issuance of the certificate of title over the property. They argued that laches had not set in. They claimed that the notarized deed of absolute sale between them and Siriaco was not fake or fraudulent and was admissible in evidence, whereas the spouses Aboitiz failed to overcome its presumption of regularity and due execution. Namang guni siya gitawag nga imuha bang presumption, imo obligation to move forward with evidence, imong burden to move forward with evidence to controvert that presumption. They asserted that the documentary stamps tax had been paid and that the Mariano heirs were not indispensable parties. Spouses Aboitiz filed a reply reiterating their arguments in the petition. Spouses po also filed a petition for review. They claim that the respondents Jose, Ernesto, and Isabel are not innocent purchasers for value. They allegedly knew of the defective title of Roberto because his tax declaration had the following annotation. Naisuwat iyang deklarasyon. This tax declaration is also declared in the name of spouses po under a different tax declaration number, so that one may be considered a duplicate to the other. So nahi gisuwat no nga gibutangan nga tug note ba nga o ikaw nga gakupot o gabasa ani nga deklarasyon angay kang mahibalo nga kaning yuta nga gideklara sa pangalan ni Aboitiz nakadeklara po ni sa lain nga deklarasyon lahi nga numero didto kang spouses po sumura ni siya og duplicate, sumura ni siya og buyer beware. Lain po na kung ang usa ka yuta lain-lain og deklarasyon pero na-amend, na-cancel lang usa tungod sa general revision or na-cancel lang usa because of a transfer of ownership, lain po na. Pero in this context, duha ka deklarasyon simultaneously exist, simultaneously covers the one parcel of land. No? Nay usa ka parcel of land, one parcel of land covered by two existing, not canceled tax declaration certificates. Mo ako sabot ani nga portion, no? Otherwise kung canceled ang usa, di ba? Nganong problema man eh. So it would mean nga existing ang duha ka deklarasyon sa usa ka yuta. So ikaw nga mo palit, mahibaw ka nga, oy, naday lain nga ni angkod ani. Gaylahi magngalan, dili man same ang pangalan sa niangkon, okay lang dato kung, like for example, na times nga, ang balay, usa ka balay, duha ka bok deklarasyon, pero same ra pangalan sa tag-iya. Posible 30 years ago na ay balay din gamay, gibungkag ba sa tag-iya, gitukuran og lain, gi-applyan og lain deklarasyon. So sa usa ka balay, mahog na duha ka deklarasyon, di po na siya unlikely to happen, no? Pero tungod kay same ra ang tag-iya, murag wa ray problema. Ang lisod diha kung ingwani nga sitwasyon, lain-lain man og declared owner for taxation purposes. Spouses appointees filed a comment. Aside from reiterating their assertions in their petition for review, they argued that there was no evidence that they acted in bad faith, as subdivision lot buyers were not obliged to go beyond the torrent's title. Usually common siya kung kanang mga subdivision nga na ay certificate of registration with the HLURB or DSUD, no? Yan ay license to sell. Kay kung moagi na diha, dakog puruhan, gisala na gina, no? Gisalang na gi-scrutinize na dito sa regulatory agencies. Spouses po filed a reply for resolution are the following issues. First, whether the regional trial court has jurisdiction over the spouses po's complaint. Because, ang reasoning anong issue, because according to spouses appointees, na may decision ang lain nga regional trial court over that certain parcel of land, the same parcel of land, in that land registration case, no? Judicial confirmation of title case or judicial titling case, na may desisyon. Kami may gisulti sa korte nga tag-iya. So humana ning istorya, humana ning alalis, resolve issue na ni. It acts as if it's like res judicata, no? Na-resolve na siya ba? So wala na jurisdiction si regional trial court in this case to retry and resolve again the issues which according to spouses appointees similar raman dito sa PICAS nga kaso. Pero na explanation, no? Atong basahon sa decision. Second, whether the action is barred by prescription. Third, whether the doctrines of estoppel and laches apply. Fourth, whether the land registration court's finding that Siriaco Sen only held the property in trust for the Mariano heirs is binding as res judicata in this case. Fifth, whether the deed of absolute sale between Siriaco and spouses Po should be considered as evidence of their entitlement to the property. Sixth, whether the Mariano heirs as sellers in a deed of conveyance of realty are indispensable parties. Finally, whether the respondents Jose, Ernesto, and Isabel are innocent purchasers in good faith. So, kana siya si Jose, Ernesto, and Isabel, buyer in good faith ba kuno sila? Spouses appointees argue that the regional trial court did not have jurisdiction to nullify the final and executory decision of the regional trial court. They claim that it is the Court of Appeals that has jurisdiction to annul judgments of the regional trial court. Kung tan-awon nimo ni, kana lang, imong basahon, sakto po, di ba? Kung na decision ng regional trial court, isaka na nimo dito sa Court of Appeals. Pero dili raman nimo o istorya, no? Gi-explain na diri sa decision. However, the instant action is not for annulment of judgment of the regional trial court. Mo na siyang explanation. It is not for annulment of judgment of a regional trial court. It is a separate and distinct case, no? Mo na akong tanaw, no? According diri sa decision, it is a complaint for reconveyance, cancellation of title, and damages. Unsa man daw ni ang complaint for reconveyance? A complaint for reconveyance is an action which admits the registration of title of another party but claims that such registration was erroneous or wrongful. It seeks the transfer of the title to the rightful and legal owner or to the party who has a superior right over it without prejudice to innocent purchasers in good faith. It seeks the transfer of a title issued in a valid proceeding. The relief prayed for may be granted on the basis of intrinsic fraud, or fraud committed on the true owner instead of fraud committed on the procedure amounting to lack of jurisdiction. That is extrinsic fraud. An action for annulment of title questions the validity of the title because of lack of due process of law. There is an allegation of nullity in the procedure and thus the invalidity of the title that is issued. The comment of the spouses po asserted that they were the true owners of the parcel of land which was registered in the name of the spouses Aboitiz. They alleged that they acquired the property from Siriaco, who acquired it from Mariano. They claimed that the spouses Aboitiz had the property registered without their knowledge and through fraud. Thus, they sought to recover the property and to cancel the title of the spouses Aboitiz. Thus, the prayer in their complaint stated, "Wherefore, premises considered, the Honorable Court is respectfully prayed to render judgment in favor of plaintiffs and against defendants, ordering the latter as follows." Unsa man ang desisyon sa court. So, at least ma-familiar ta ba? Unsa may typical content sa decision sa korte in these cases. Kani siya mo na nitawag na fallo or dispositive portion ang tumitumoy sa decision. Siyempre, basahon po ito ni mong body, ang rasyo. Unsa may reasoning sa court. Ngano naabot siya ani nga decision. What allegations, what evidence nga iyang gi-consider in arriving sa ani nga decision. So, dire ang fallo raman, ang dispositive portion ra gisuwat, no? To reconvey and/or return to plaintiff's lot number 5, which is the subject matter of this complaint, to declare as absolute nullity all the documents of sale involving lot number 5 in favor of defendants and such other documents used in the improvident issuance of the title in the name of defendants and to cancel said title. Yeah, third na ay payment of damages. Hindi na lang nato on damages, no? Anyway, singwani, kaning lot number 5, ako rin yung gibuhat-buhat ha, kay masayon timanan. Basta din kasuha, lot number 5 ang napil sa kaso. Pero ang giistoryaan na lot number 5 and lot number 7. Not the real parcellary numbers, no? Not the real parcellary numbers sa mga yuta. Plaintiffs further pray for such other reliefs and remedies just and equitable in the premises. So, kana siya dito dispositive portion. Prayer dito sa complaint. Bantog rating ako kung magdili decision sa korte. I take it back. So, kato kong ibasa, katong prayer to reconvey and to return, to declare as absolute nullity of all the documents, to pay damages. Tingala ko pag tumitumoy na lagi prayer for such other reliefs and remedies. Di na siya falyo. Kani siya nga part gisuwat diri sa decision unsa ang reliefs prayed for sa complaint nila ni Aboitiz. Okay. We sought to recover the cancel the title of the they allege that they acquired, claim, dito complaint ni Aboitiz, no? Sa kataasan ni libog na ko. Spouses po ni nga complaint. Ang complaint ni spouses po, no, ilang allegation sila ang true owners that they acquired the property from Siriaco, that the spouses Aboitiz had the property registered without their knowledge, that they sought to recover the property and to cancel the title of spouses Aboitiz. Yung prayer, mo ni ang prayer sa complaint ni spouses po. Sayop to kanina, no? I take it back. Ako na lang isulti ha, kay di mo ko tig-edit ko sa akong video. Muna dyan ni. Wherefore, premises considered, this honorable court is respectfully prayed to render judgment. Mo ni ang prayer ni spouses po. To reconvey or return, reconvey and/or return to spouses po, lot number 5, which is the subject matter of this complaint, to declare as absolute nullity all the documents of sale involving lot number 5 in favor of the defendants and such other documents used in the improvident issuance of the title in the name of the defendants and to cancel said title. and to pay damages. Anyway, di na to natukian ng damages. Plaintiffs further pray for such other reliefs and remedies just and equitable in the premises. No? Muna yung general prayer. Except for actions falling within the jurisdiction of the municipal trial courts, the regional trial courts have exclusive original jurisdiction over actions involving Title II or possession of real property under Section 19 of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129. As of today, amended na nga balaod ha, pero ato lang ning basahon. Section 19, Jurisdiction in Civil Cases. Regional trial courts shall exercise exclusive original jurisdiction in all civil actions which involve the Title II or possession of real property or any interest therein, except actions for forcible entry into and unlawful detainer of lands or buildings, original jurisdiction over which is conferred upon metropolitan trial courts, municipal trial courts, and municipal circuit trial courts. An action for a conveyance and annulment of title is an action involving the title to real property. Nainitsata, kadiyot lang. Na daw, lunch. Sa probinsya na magkukugapuyo, guys. Wala magkugapuyo sa syudad. Nindot diri, way traffic. Daghan pa yung pista, no? Ato sa replyan. Alas 10 man sa buntag. Timing kayo para paniod to. Wala ni edit ha. Okay. Gabasa ra mo ko. Usually ako ra ning record kay gatuon ko. Na ako'y gi-research ba. Magbasa naman lang ko. Ako na lang po isulti ninyo, no? At least daghan ta makaton. May grasya. Fiesta ni San Pedro and San Pablo. Padayon ta. Usa ka oras na lang, ha? Kay maniud to pa ko. The complaint of the spouses po is clearly an action for reconveyance and annulment of title. Thus, the regional trial court has jurisdiction to hear the case. Spouses Aboitiz claim that it is the Court of Appeals that has jurisdiction over the annulment of regional trial court judgments. The jurisdiction of the Court of Appeals is provided under Section 9 of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129. Unsa man ni? Ako di kay ko sold ani nga theory, no? Nga ang Court of Appeals maoy na jurisdiction ani og dili ang regional trial court, medyo pinugos kayo. Kay syempre katong land registration proceeding lahi man to. Ang issue dito whether or not kana siya nga property na imuha ba na nahimo ba na siya nga private property at some point. Ang kaning sa reconveyance lahi man pud ni. Murag gipugos-pugos lang yun ni para lang yun nga naay kadipinsa, no? Di kay ko sold ani. Di ko ni karaan niya kaso, friends. Kung karaan pa ni makasabot ko. Kaya wa pa kayo jurisprudence at that time. Kung kani di man kayo karaan. Di kay ko mahalin aning theory diri sa kuan nga ang Court of Appeals mo na jurisdiction para mo annul sa judgment sa regional trial court. Wa man niya gipa-annul ang judgment dito sa judicial registration proceedings, judicial titling proceedings. Action for reconveyance man ang gi-file. So, according to Section 9 sa Court of Appeals, no, this jurisdiction, exclusive original jurisdiction, exclusive gali pasabot si Court of Appeals na gyud. Namanggoy lain nga jurisdiction nga kanang non-exclusive siya. Pwede nimo i-file ana nga korte or ani nga korte. Dili siya exclusive niya. Sa kaninga case, exclusive pasabot ang original, pasabot, diha ka mo file sa complaint. Kaya ang opposite sa original, appellate man. Pwede man nga exclusive appellate jurisdiction. Diha ka mo apilar. Sa pasabot ani, exclusive original, diri ra jud i-file. Pero kani siya nga rule, applicable ni siya sa annulment of judgment, no? Sa regional trial court nga decision. Sakto ni. Kung tinuod, annulment of judgment ni ang action for reconveyance. It's a matter of how you treat the action of reconveyance, whether it is a separate and distinct case or is it a form of separate man gyapon yung annulment of judgment, but it's more like an appeal, no? Murag imong gi-reopen or gi-nullify ang judgment sa regional trial court. Pero kadtong mga judgment sa regional trial court, land registration case mo to. Kanilahi po ni reconveyance and annulment of title. So, di kay kusolda na. The difference between these two actions was discussed in another case. An action for annulment of judgment is a remedy in equity, so exceptional in nature that it may be availed of only when other remedies are wanting. Wa jud kay lang remedyo, no? And only if the judgment, final order, or final resolution sought to be annulled was rendered by a court lacking jurisdiction or through extrinsic fraud. An action for reconveyance, on the other hand, is a legal and equitable remedy granted to the rightful owner of land which has been wrongfully or erroneously registered in the name of another for the purpose of compelling the latter to transfer or reconvey the land to him. The Court of Appeals has exclusive original jurisdiction over actions for annulment of judgments of regional trial courts, whereas actions for reconveyance of real property may be filed before the regional trial courts or the municipal trial courts, depending on the assessed value of the property involved. Chat ako, amigo ba? Siya ba'y, parehas lagi gyapon og color yung sanina. Hoy, gilabhan niya, kay mamalit ko og sanina, usually, tag na polo, tag 15, parehas og color, para di na ko masige hunahuna, unsay ako ang birahon nga shirt, no? Tapulan kay ko ba? Crime against fashion. So, manang naiusahay, akong color sa akong sanina, parihas. Actually, hasta ang design na parihas. Pagpalit sa Uniqlo. Parihas ang color, inig sale ba? Petitioners allege that, first, they are the owners of the land by virtue of a sale between their and respondents' predecessors in interest. And second, that respondents Ramoses and Art Marketing, jurisprudence ni ang gisayt diri, illegally dispossessed them by having the same property registered in the respondents' names. So, kani gisayt ni diri na ilayan nga kaso. Thus, far from establishing a case for annulment of judgment, the foregoing allegations clearly show a case for reconveyance. As stated, a complaint for reconveyance is a remedy where the plaintiff argues for an order for the defendant to transfer its title issued in a proceeding not otherwise invalid. The relief prayed for may be granted on the basis of intrinsic rather than extrinsic fraud. That is, fraud committed on the real owner rather than fraud committed on the procedure amounting to lack of jurisdiction. An action for annulment of title, on the other hand, questions the validity of the grant of title on grounds which amount to lack of due process of law. The remedy is premised in the nullity of the procedure and thus the invalidity of the title that is issued. Annulment of title. Nindot pagka-explicar, ako na i-save. The remedy is premised in the nullity of the procedure and thus the invalidity of the title that is issued. Title that is invalidated as a result of a successful action for annulment against the decision of a regional trial court acting as a land registration court, may still, however, be granted on the merits in another proceeding, not infected by lack of jurisdiction or extrinsic fraud, if its legal basis on the merits is properly alleged and proven. Considering the spouse's aboitiz fraudulent registration without the spouse's spouse knowledge and the latter's assertion of their ownership of the land, the right to recover the property and to cancel the spouse's aboitiz's title, the action is for reconveyance and annulment of title and not for judgment of title. Thus, the regional trial court has jurisdiction to hear its case. Okay? Nindot pagkasuwat ng desisyon na. Gidistinguish ang action for annulment of judgment, no? Gidistinguish dito sa action for annulment of title. Kaya katong action for annulment of title, naamang lain nga judgment sa regional trial court issuing or confirming the imperfect title, no, na giallow ba ang pagpatitulo sa usa ka yuta. Unya kaning kasuhan ay action for annulment of title. Mao pod na ang theory sa PICAS nga na naman ni desisyon mura nimo gi-annul ang judgment sa regional trial court. So dire iyang gi-distinguish action for annulment of judgment from the action for annulment of title. Nindot yun. Nindot pagkabasa, suwata. Taas lang jud kayo. Patag katunga. Taas ani. The spouses aboitiz argue that the spouses' cause of action has prescribed. They claim that prescription has set in because the original complaint was filed only on a certain date after more than 10 years after the deed of absolute sale between Ciriaco and spouses po was executed. Spouses po's action has not prescribed. According to the Honorable Supreme Court, an action for reconveyance prescribes in 10 years from the issuance of the torrent's title over the property. The basis for this is Section 53, Paragraph 3 of the Presidential Decree number 1529 in relation to Articles 1456 and 1144 of the Civil Code. Under Presidential Decree number 1529 or the Property Registration Decree, the owner of a property may avail of legal remedies against a registration procured by fraud. Section 53, Presentation of owner's duplicate upon entry of new certificates. In all cases of registration procured by fraud, the owner may pursue all his legal and equitable remedies against the parties to such fraud without prejudice, however, to the rights of any innocent holder for value, no, buyer in good faith, of a certificate of title. Article 1456 of the Civil Code provides that a person acquiring a property through fraud becomes an implied trustee. So there is an implied trust. Ang kana siya nga implied trust, pwede man na constructive trust, pwede po na siya sa resulting trust, resultant trust, resulting trust. Kani siya nga case, dili na siya constructive trust, resulting trust. It is the result by the operation of law. Gidiscuss siguro na diri atong basahon. Through fraud becomes an implied trustee of the property's true and lawful owner. Kani mo siya implied trust na kay 10-year prescriptive period, no? An implied trust is based on equity and is either constructive trust or a resulting trust na adjud. Di-explain diri lang ta kay mas nindot pagka-explain. A resulting trust is created by implication of law and is presumed as intended by the parties. A constructive trust is created by force of law, such as when a title is registered in favor of a person other than the true owner. I take it back, no? Constructive trust dito. So, dili siya resulting trust. Gutom na ko na. So, constructive trust is created by force of law, such as when a title is registered in favor of a person other than the true owner. So let me correct myself ha. Nasayop ko kanina. Constructive trust dito siya. Ang ako ma-recall, baliktad man to. So, a resulting trust is created by implication of law and is presumed as intended by the parties. Presumed as intended. Creative trust is created by force of law, such as when a title is registered in favor of a person other than the true owner. So in this case, it is a constructive trust. No? Nasayop ta ganina. The implied trustee only acquires the right to the beneficial enjoyment of the property. The legal title remains with the true owner. Kasabot na na mamista. Di, nasanin ako mahuman ron. Article 1456 of the Civil Code provides, if the property is acquired through mistake or fraud, the person obtaining it is, by force of law, considered a trustee of an implied trust for the benefit of the person from whom the property comes. Thus, it was held that when a party uses fraud or concealment to obtain a certificate of title of property, a constructive trust is thus created in favor of the defrauded party. Constructive trusts are created by the construction of equity in order to satisfy the demands of justice and prevent just enrichment. They arise contrary to intention against one who, by fraud, duress, or abuse of confidence, obtains or holds the legal title to property which he ought not, in equity and good conscience, to hold. When the property is registered in another's name, napatituluhan sa pangalan sa laing tao, an implied or constructive trust is created by law in favor of the true owner. The action for reconveyance of the title is to the rightful owner prescribes in 10 years, reckoned from the date of the issuance of the title. Diha mosugod og dagan. Thus, the law creates a trust in favor of the property's true owner. Prescriptive period to enforce this trust is 10 years from the time the right of action accrues. Article 1144 of the Civil Code provides, the following actions must be brought within 10 years from the time the right of action accrues: upon a written contract, upon an obligation created by law, upon a judgment. In an action for reconveyance, the right of action accrues from the time the property is registered. This is, of course, in this type of reconveyance. Naman sa action for reconveyance with different circumstances. Lahi po ng jurisprudence. In another case, the petitioners were able to transfer the property under their names without the knowledge of the respondent. The respondent filed an action for reconveyance. In arguing that the action for reconveyance had prescribed, the petitioners claimed that the cause of action of the respondent should be based on the latter's deed of sale, and thus the respondent's right of action should have accrued from its execution. This court, however, ruled that the right of action accrued from the time the property was registered, because the registration is the act that signifies that the adverse party repudiates the implied trust. Ang problema lang po daan no? Kinsa may magsigig check siyang titulo o sa iyang yuta nga na-register na dahil sa laing ngalan. Although prudent anis, kada tuig, mag-check ka sa imong mga papili sa yuta. Magsigag kuha og certified true copy every year para ma-check nimo kung nabay nagparehistro sa imong yuta sa laing ngalan. Pero di sad ana kasayon, no? Because let's just say nakas probinsya. Mo biyahe yung kapadong dito sa syudad, no? Pwede na pod online mag-request og titulo. Kinsa may kibalo ana kung naa ka diri sa suok-suok na nga part sa bukid, di ba? Wa kay internet. Di sad ana kasayon, no? Para nako mas nindot gyud to if reckoned from the date of discovery. Pero lisod lang pod pag-establish kanus amudagan ang prescription, kanus aman jud na ay discovery. Pero kani siya nga ruling ani gyud ni, no, from the date of registration. Na lang siguro yung mga jurisprudential exceptions ani. In the case at bar, Respondent's action, which is for reconveyance and cancellation of title, is based on an implied trust under Article 1456 of the Civil Code, since he averred in his complaint that through fraud, petitioners were able to obtain a certificate of title over the property. He does not seek the annulment of a voidable contract, whereby Articles 1390 and 1391 of the Civil Code would find application, such that the cause of action would prescribe in 4 years. Voidable contracts na siya. Lahi pod kung void, no? Kanang voidable, valid until voided. Ang void from the beginning. Kani siya trust, mo ni siya ang 10 years, lahi pod. An action for a conveyance based on implied or constructive trust prescribes in 10 years from the alleged fraudulent date of registration or date of issuance of the certificate of title over the property. It is now well settled that the prescriptive period to recover property obtained by fraud or mistake, giving rise to an implied trust under Article 1456 of the Civil Code, is 10 years, pursuant to Article 1144. This 10-year prescriptive period begins to run from the date the adverse party repudiates the implied trust, which repudiation takes place when the adverse party registers the land. Likewise, in another case, the registration of an instrument in the office of the Register of Deeds constitutes constructive notice to the whole world, and therefore, discovery of fraud is deemed to have taken place at the time of registration. Such registration is deemed to be a constructive notice to the alleged fiduciary or trust relationship has been repudiated. Kumbaga, iyan ang wala niya giangkon, wala na niya gi-acknowledge that there was a trust relationship. There was already a repudiation of the trust. It is now settled that an action on an implied or constructive trust prescribes in 10 years from the date the right of action accrued. The issuance of a transfer certificate of title to Mariano commenced the effective assertion of adverse title for the purpose of the statute of limitations. Nisugod daw og dagan ang statute of limitations at that time. Registration of the property is a constructive notice to the whole world. Pahibalo sa tibuok kalibutan. Mo na pasabotan na, no? Yeah, constructive notice, pasabot as if nahibalo, no? So, kanang constructive notice, dito na ka-discover after 15 years. After 15 years, di pa ka naka-discover, uy, ang akong yuta na patitulo naman dito kang Pedro. Wala na. Nalampas na sa 10 years. Pero it was as if nahibalo ka nga gipatituluhan ni Pedro ang imong yuta. Constructive man, dili man siya actual notice. Actual notice, kanang nahibalo jud ka. Constructive notice, as if nahibalo ka. Mura bitaw ka nang ipapilit sa bulletin board sa barangay or kanagaling i-publish sa newspaper, usually kay mga tabloid sa likod, dagan kay publication. Barato-barato mo ng tabloid. Kung dito ka sa newspaper nga dili tabloid, mahal. So mo lang diha nas tabloid, pero kinsa may magbasa ng mga publication sa likod sa tabloid, no? So, maihap ra siguro ako di tagay ko kapakli ana mo o kabra ko ana kung na ako'y gipa-publish para sa korte, like service of summons by way of publication. Siyempre mo kab kas newspaper tanawon nimo kung ni-publish ba jud wa bay typographical error. Thus, in registering the property, the adverse party repudiates the implied trust. Necessarily, the cause of action accrues upon registration. An action for reconveyance and annulment of title does not seek to question the contract which allowed the adverse party to obtain the title to the property. What is put on issue in an action for reconveyance and cancellation of title is the ownership of the property and its registration. It does not question any fraudulent contract. Should that be the case, the applicable provisions are Articles 1390 and 1391 of the Civil Code. Thus, an action for reconveyance and cancellation of title prescribes in 10 years from the time of the issuance of the torrent's title over the property. So kanang titulo itanaw nimo na sa lower, kung katanaw kas titulo ana, lower right portion, no? Ayaw po tong sa tumoy kayo. Bottom portion lang sa ubos-ubos right side nanay date diha kanus-an na issue ang titulo. So kana nga adlaw mo nimong basihan pag ihap sa imong 10 years. Considering that the spouse's post complaint was filed less than 3 years from the issuance of the torrent's title over the property, it is well within the 10-year prescriptive period imposed on an action for reconveyance. Okay. Dili na po ta sa estoppel. Pero guys, paniod to na. Mamistas ako. Ha? Kita ta sa sunod nga video. Part 3 na gid ni. Natay part 1, part 2 ni. Part 3 na ta. Kani sa part 3, estoppel and laches na pod ang giistoryaan. How is it distinguished from prescription? Kanigong prescription, estoppel and laches. Basically, prescription and laches. Ug sa tambal pa, mo ni siya mga expiry date, no? Pero naa ni siya is fine line, na distinction between prescription and laches. Okay? Kanis prescription more of a deadline. Kani si laches more of ang imuhang effect sa delay ba, no? But don't take my explanation for it. Atong basahon ang decision sa Honorable Supreme Court na nakapakli-pakli ko. Lami kay basahon. Pero gahulat na ang lechon. So, muna sa ko, nindot ni. No? Kay kasagaran niya problema na to, i-file na to sa kaso sa yuta. Atong kliyente, niduol na to. After 20 years, after 30 years, swerte kung within 2 years, within 3 years, niduol, di kita magproblema sa prescription ng laches. Pero kung naabot sa imong opisina, ang titulo na abta na 20 ka tuig, mangukay jud ka og jurisprudence explaining these principles, no? Makatunan man nimo sa eskwela, pero ako lang din ako bangga-banggaon. Ako yung basahan ng jurisprudence para sure. No, I would not assume nga kabalo ko tanan ako gunang basahon man. Mo na siya nga di lalim magkupot og kaso. Mo nang ako wa kay ko magkupot og daghang kaso, pinili lang jud, no. Mamili na jud ko. Kay magkasayop-sayop ka, no. Kung daghan kayo mo kaso. So, yeah. Kita ta para sa next part. Kanina pod ang estoppel and laches. Nindot ni iyang gi-define, iyang gi-distinguish ang laches from prescription. Daghan ng jurisprudence ani pero kaninindot siya detalyado kayo pagka sulat ang decision. So, yeah. Swerte. Swerte ako ni napaklian nga kasuha. Taas lang jud kay guys. Napata sa mga 1/3, no? Considering a decision na gud ni siya sa Honorable Supreme Court, wa na gud nilabot ang facts og katong mga lower courts nga decision. Taas jud kayo. So, I'll see you in the next video.